Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly MDE solo. Today we've got Shi Faust, who is actually like in pretty good mirror dungeon ID, despite, you know, what most people think about this ID overall. Because she can actually hit all of her poise conditionals basically for free, because it's mirror dungeon, and then this is just a pretty good skill. Arrows only, we would be here for like 7 hours. I don't know about that, but I will be trying to hit a strong arrow. And I know like 2 streams ago I said, lesson learned, literally always pick Rupture starting gifts, but I feel like I just have to start with the Shi gifts today, so we're going with Slash. Even though it's like the wrong play. Unfortunately, I still need mana-shaped music box, even with my reduced max health, because Shi Faust has a 20% stagger threshold. And then always Ashen Constellation Blessing, and for the last one I think I'll take Investigator Badge just so I don't have to go to this pack later. I have enough packs I want to go to these days. And honestly, this looks like a good enough start to me. Golden Urn, we'll take it. One of the reasons to not take Slash gifts is that there aren't enough Slash tier 3s, so you end up getting a tier 2 gift here. So that's just a bit less economy start. One lower gift tier. Let's see how this goes. You did your first solo, it was with Blade Shoe. You gotta start somewhere. You got your toe in the water of soloing, you could say. Okay, so unupgraded resolution makes me start really close to my first stagger threshold here. No Blood Red main 4-1. I definitely could go for it, but I don't really feel like losing to bleed. The biggest issue with resolution is that it doesn't do anything to help you with bleed damage, it just lowers your health. And so this like status damage is so much worse, and I don't want to lose 4-1 today. We've had enough issues with that recently. It's not like I can actually evade realistically with this ID, and 2 Clash Power isn't that important. You can still get Blood Red main in solos, just I don't want to go for it right now. You tried to do MDE normally, but you started getting bad clashes at floor 12. Yeah, usually like floor 13 is when the clashes start to get bad. Maybe you missed a few outs. What were you trying as a normal team though? Did you get good fusions? Were you playing a double status team? So okay, let's see how impressive our first basic arrow is. It's gonna do like 40 damage maybe? 30 damage, okay, yeah. Just using the arrow is so much worse than skills. That's like the biggest issue with Shi Faust, and everyone knows it. Using the gimmick is actively detrimental, and it's sad. 2 inches from stagger? Yeah, that's what mana-shaped music box is for. I wonder how long arrows only would actually take. Like, it would be bad. Blois contained mentor matter. Yeah, blade lineage stuff. It's an alright team, but I definitely think that like Bleed Tremor, or no, sorry, Bleed Charge is like the most approachable good MDE team to try out, because the ring IDs really can just kind of carry you. Alright. We got a resource gift early, which is always nice to see. I could see myself needing some egos today. Deep voice Faust? Yeah. It's like the opposite of the lasso ego. How far are we? This is the second combat, so not very far at all. Still on floor 1. Can we do a bad trial run? I was kind of thinking about it, yeah. Shi Faust is a good enough ID. That sounds weird to say, but last runs haven't been too difficult. If we don't get a hidden boss, we'll still be fine. If we do get a hidden boss, we have the damage reduction from resolution. So as long as they aren't one of the bleed stacking ones, I think we've got a chance. We'll try it out. I might not take all of the base and final power, but I'll definitely take all of the coin power. Time for the ID you were the most disappointed by 2.5 years for this. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing for sure. I think I was more disappointed by the Ardor Blossom Star ego for Faust though. That's my most disappointing release ever, I would say. I wanted great things for that ID, and then it's just like arguably not even worth using on the ID. It's pretty sad. The death right like effect for burn just isn't worth it. Why am I buffering? Why did I drop frames?
확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Anyway, seems like we're back. Lithograph is nice. I get early healing. This will help with full stop, which I think we are going to today. Skill replace, of course. Give me poise. And okay, buy out the rest of the shop. I'll upgrade resolution just since it is like the whole point of doing a Shi ID solo. And then I'll also upgrade badge just to make sure we don't have to waste time resetting fights that are easy to win, and on our way. You've gotten Callisto like 5 times in a row. I get Matthias like every run. It happens. Hidden boss RNG can just be like that. Okay, so I haven't actually tested if this guy like kills solos if you do nothing. Yeah, so you do still only get 2 turns to break the fairy, but that's just like never actually an issue. Just wanted to confirm that.
혹시 모른 게 한번 살려줄 수 있는지나 물어보고. 놀란 단념해야지. 이런 보수적인 효과를 기대해서.
Charge up that arrow. You know, let's get like, maybe I'll try to do 1 arrow per floor, and we can just like track the damage over time. So let's go ahead and install 4 turns. Let's play Shi Faust the way Kim Ji-hoon intended, shall we? I'm sure we won't like die to bleed or rupture because of this decision. Oh, you go back to this form? Well, I guess I'll get a 3-turn arrow, yeah. That is how this boss works. Let's see. 3-turn arrow, what do we got? Oh, it's the leftmost. I can't even like force it to be whichever slot I want. That's like even worse.
덜 답답한 법이지.
Thought it would just be the first skill I used.
빗소리 속에
But okay, that was like what, 200 damage? So like the first 2 coins of a skill 3 maybe?
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 동호회 같았어.
이번엔 배워보자.
Prime facade candidate, yeah.
예상한 것보다
Cool
움직임이
animations,
없어.
but
양쪽.
not exactly an ID worth
피해
using.
상승값이 예상 범위를
지금처럼
벗어났는데요.
엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지
많은
모르겠고
기억을 쌓아줘.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면
언젠가.
바로 전송해주게.
그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에
They really did prioritize the 4 gimmick with this ID. Okay, so if we're going for worst trials, then it looks like it's these 2. I'm okay with taking these 2. It's also like the highest tier gifts, so kind of best of both worlds there. And wow, hi, not going for you. You know the drill, it's floor 2, we're looking for Hell's Chicken. And nothing else. I don't particularly care about like needle and thread today, so I won't do any sort of force searching for a good end reward. We'll get contaminated, that's good. The S3 one will probably outdamage the arrow in every instance. Oh, for sure. The arrow is not good.
우티오컷이
Early golden urn is pretty nice. That's why we went to the floor, yeah. It's not as good as an early prestige card, but I wasn't going to reset until like one of the to be blanked packs showed up with prestige card, because that's the only floor one
예상한 것보다 움직임이
that can actually have
좋구나.
that as the floor reward. And the game doesn't often show you tier 3 floor rewards on the first floor.
엄마가 매번
It's like, yeah, let's take a look at the arrow skill here.
만단지
It gets like
너희
almost
도망났어.
800 if we're rounding up nicely. Bonus damage. It is a fair amount, but it's still a 1 coin skill, and 1 coin skills don't deal damage.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
They should have given it 4,444% damage. Yeah, 4 4s.
이번엔 배워보자.
They really should have committed to it.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
양종.
그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
If I could make one change to Shi Faust, I think she should be able to use Ego while charging the bow. Because then you could, you know, actually use the bow without completely throwing. I like when IDs have, you know, something that makes them a better Ego user.
이제 쉬운 흡수에서 벗어났나?
So you would just like start charging your bow, maybe use 3 representation emitters, and then shoot the arrow.
적절한
And you
비교
could
지표가
actually,
있는지 모르겠고.
you know, play Shi
유사
Faust.
실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
팩을 떼어냈습니다. 양종.
Unfortunately, that like doesn't make sense with what the arrow is supposed to be, I guess.
근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나? 이관. 그럼 오늘 림 컴버.
Oh, the 144s don't stack. Okay, well,
좌표를 기다리고 있습니다.
yeah, okay, so it's worse. That is instead of the 2 above effects. I kind of didn't read it and I just added the numbers. So yeah, 444 plus however much, like this 44, if you're using a skill 3 over it. Close to 500% bonus damage.
팩을 떼어냈습니다.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑
But for context, in MDE, you usually have like, I wrote this out at some point. You usually have about 500% dynamic from all your gifts.
빗소리 속에
So for being generous, this is going to do like double damage compared to a similarly rolling skill. And like the total roll on the arrow isn't going to be that high. So it's definitely still going to be worse than the normal skill 3 for this entire run.
얼마만치
무기라면
노른
뭐든
것
잘
같은 게
다뤘어.
이제 싸게
그중
취업을
제일
못
뛰어난 게 검이었고.
고생들이었다.
But we have to see how much worse. Hey, I like getting to fight this guy.
우치오코시.
This tier 2 charge gift is one of those, like, it technically does something, so I want to get it, but it does so little that I don't really care to buy it. So I'm happy when I get to just get it from fighting him.
이번엔 페어리자.
그 부위가 제일 거치적거릴 것이라는 걸 알고 나서
Besides optimizing for damage support passives, I haven't mentioned this yet on stream, it's in the description, we're set up to test out Mirror in the Water today, or Moon in the Water rather.
명중.
It's a
지금 완전
gift that actually provides a debuff cleanse,
아, 놀랐네.
and I'm interested to see and like make sure it works in a solo.
만취할 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지.
So I had to get all 12 IDs on the team to either be Poise or Rupture to test that out. That ended up with them being almost all Poise. Rupture IDs don't have good support passives, I found out.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
So if you're wondering why I have like
깨어냈습니다.
a Kurakuma Rodia support passive, even though it's
거슬리는 놈의 깔끔한
basically just a
사랑.
way worse version of base Rodia, that would be why.
단
Needed a Poise ID.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠고
제대로 박살냈는데요.
개체의 손상도가 급격히 상승했어요.
Even if you charge the arrow, you're not gaining SP. That's another one of the big issues with it, yep. Okay, we did get our super shop. I guess we'll buy Contaminated Needle and Thread directly. Like, it is on the floor reward, but maybe we can choose a worse trial if we don't get forced into taking it. I got no tier 3 duplicates, but luckily I don't need either chicken today, so I can use those for fusion. Go ahead and do one of these just to get up to that 100%. I don't want to no, I can pass the, what's it called? The Dark Flame Pipe check myself if it shows up next floor, so I don't need to
우치오코시.
get everyone max SP. Okay. At least her conditionals are easy to fulfill. What even is the good few Rupture support passives? Things like Warp E-Song are just like pretty good damage.
펴보시죠.
That's kind of it. Like Warp E-Song and 7 Faust are their highest damage support passives that can be used realistically. But I can't use 7 Faust when I'm soloing with Shi Faust, of course.
너희 너무 얕잡아 보인 거 아니야?
Okay, so I'm going to start charging up a bow. We got the slash memory, so the difference between my bow and my normal skill 3 is going to be even greater, probably. We got 606 damage off the skill 3 one. We'll see how much this bow does to a chicken, and hopefully they don't paralyze me.
드러낸 모양이
Although they are dropping my sanity.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
Yeah, for the Thorakalia Ryoshi versus Faust question, Thora Faust is better for sure, I would say.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
We're charging up, we're gonna be like 50-50 on this. Thankfully, I think their paralyzed is all the same turn.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
The arrow is ready. And I only have skill 1s in my left slot. I need skill replace this ID. What if I... Is it the leftmost slot that I use? Where does it actually describe this? The leftmost base attack skill on the dashboard. So if I defend here, it should use a skill 3. Okay. So we are going to shoot this big chicken. And let's see.
휘소리 속에 묻히도록.
Tails roll. 239. Honestly, I kind of expected worse, but I guess they're last week, so never mind. That's probably about what I expected, yeah.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고무대 같았어. 자, 오늘 할 거 다 끝난 거 맞지? 그럼 약속대로 이 만화책이랑 해결사 잡지 가져간다.
And let's see. Do we continue taking worst trials? We can take offense level up, and then people hate headstrong. Because of just the +2 levels here, I think it is the worst slightly. Even though I normally say headstrong doesn't matter like at all. It's between headstrong and red order, resilient, and like 1 defense level versus this damage taken and dealt. It's definitely the damage taken and dealt that's worse. And it's a full stop time. We've got the pipe as the reward, that's good. So we'll be looking for gear shrapnel in the shop today.
우치오컷이
If she gave buffs to the team while charging, maybe she could have like a niche use, yeah. There's a lot that could make the ID better. The people who really hate headstrong are the same people who struggle in MDE. They're also the people that think brutality is the worst trial, yeah. A lot of them are trying to play MDE with their mono bleed team.
엄마가 매번 이상하게 줄여 말하던 그
휘소리 속에
상황은
묻히도록.
만단 뒤에 너희
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더
I think it's interesting that they made
빼앗았음 명중.
a resolution increase the healing you get. Like, I guess that's supposed to, like, offset the fact that you have less health, but that's already offset by the fact that you take less damage. I really feel like they didn't need to give it the healing buff. That is in this, right? Yeah. No, it reduced. I swear. Oh yeah, except healing from ego gifts. It used to not have that. So that's how they buffed it. They made ego gifts heal the full amount. But that's like most of your healing.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군.
핵을 빼앗았습니다.
일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이
대박.
덜
휘소리 속에 묻히도록. 명중.
놀랐네.
지금처럼
팝콘쯤은 줘도
엄마와
되잖아.
함께 이곳저곳을
이럴 때 딱
다니며
씹어줘야 하는데.
많은 기억을 쌓아줘.
Does Faust even gain buffs from low HP?
그 중에서 가장
I don't think
멋진
so.
곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
Which of these is more likely? This is a 65% versus... I mean, it's gotta be this one. This one's gotta be like 89 or something, just below the very high threshold.
암살자에겐 너무 기초적인 일이군요.
Oh, let's see. Can I pass this check? I did say I could when I decided not to heal everyone. Well, maybe I should have healed everyone. It's fine. We have that as the floor reward still. The Shi IDs don't even heal, but I guess like healing egos and yeah, Shi Ishmael does.
적기를 기다리고 있습니다.
Yeah, there are no low HP buffs on Shi Faust. That's why they buffed the resolution gift to like give you more buffs directly. It used to not have this slash damage up. It was just this first effect.
빗소리 속에
I don't think we're going to be charging up an arrow today, because this fight already lasts a while. And I don't really want to sit here 4 turns while they attack me with double fatal moves. Or, well, double fatal doesn't exist with the Ashen Constellation Blessing, but Lust and Gluttony skills.
너희는 만화책도 안 봤어?
빗소리 속에
여기서 포기를 안 해야 까리하게 각성도 하고 눈물 펑펑 나는 명장면도 나오는 거잖아.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
I haven't like fully planned out the route for this run. I often do that. I like type out the floor packs I want to go to and look at it on my other monitor, but today
먼 치킨.
I'm just kind of going by feel, except that I know we're going to the Surrendered Witnessing.
차포잡이라
Shi Faust, no, they made the change to resolution at the same time as they added Shi Faust.
수에선 벗어났나?
So there was never a time where it was just terrible.
그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이.
And yeah, the damage reduction is like just worth the lower health. If every ID could be effective by resolution, it would be better for them. Besides maybe a few exceptions, like
지금처럼
you probably wouldn't really want it on someone like Priest Gregor,
많은
who
기억을
damages
쌓아두고
themselves with the status.
좀 하지 그랬냐?
그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를
But
데려갈 수
general overall, it is a beneficial effect. We got our gear shrapnel, so that's nice. Trying to look out for a skill replace here. I know I skipped those in the past. Go ahead and make Poise tier 4. We missed. We get the contract though, which is nice. That does actually do something. Is Bloody Flesh the only ego gift to reduce status damage? That's the one that reduces bleed damage based on how many bleed IDs are in your team, right? It's the only one I can think of that does that. I'm going to just heal everyone up. I don't need the super shop chance, but I don't think I'll ever need it at this point. It's like, I don't think there's one that reduces rupture damage or anything. And I don't think there's a separate gift that also reduces bleed damage.
느껴지지?
빗소리 속에
아까부터 그런다니까. 딱 사냥하기 좋은
해를 떼어내는 양종
I wonder if I'll ever use a Shi Faust evade this run.
움직임이 더 좋구나.
Because I was thinking about it, and that's one of the skills I've never used in this game, I'm pretty sure. Along with I Shall Fire Anytime, I've never
매번 이상하게
gotten them to do that combo move.
만단지
해를 떼어내는 양종
반토막 났어.
놀라네. 몇 차서.
양종
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어나는 게
Unlikely, yeah. It's like the least accessible evade. Okay, that's classic full stop. Please no more of that. They did more of that. This is what Investigator Badge is for. Do they kill me through it? No. Okay.
먼 치킨. 압도적인 장면.
빗소리 속에
가끔 질릴 때도 있지만
You've used I Shall Fire Anytime way more than her evade. Yeah.
대박. 방금은 간지였는데.
It's something I've always like thought about trying, but then, you know, when I'm playing in story, I tend to play Bleed because I think it's the most fun status team.
보는 맛이 나는
And then when I'm playing MD, it's usually solos. So like, when would I fire anytime, you know? Trauma Shield gives you a status that reduces sinking damage. I thought it just prevented sanity loss entirely. Does it actually reduce it? That could be another answer then.
해를 떼어내는 양종
A lot easier to use than Shi Faust's evade, yeah.
양종 빼어냈습니다. 패를 빼어냈습니다.
What other skills are on IDs, but people like never use them? Is there anything else? Maybe something like Manager John's skill 1-1, since that requires Priest Gregor. I could see a lot of people never using that one, even though I personally have used it quite a lot with Uptime 1 and stuff.
패를 빼어냈습니다. 양조. 옳다. 양조.
Maybe like Lord Honglu's skill 3-3, if they always run him
그것은
with
그쪽에
Heisho.
갖다 써야지.
Middle Otis skill 3-3? Don't people usually reach that? Or, oh wait, you're thinking skill 3-4, right? The team kill? Because Middle Otis needs 4 skill 3s. I'm pretty sure that one's the team kill. Skill 3-3 is Unpack. But yeah, that is a fairly new ID.
패를 빼어냈습니다.
Yeah, the team kill, okay.
빼어냈습니다.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the less used skills, I would say. Although it is probably my favorite gimmick in her kit. I love bleed canceling, and that is, you know, the modern version of it. Breaking the unbreakable skills.
전략적이 되어버려.
Popping in, hello.
나머지들
So far, the arrows have been disappointing, as expected. Has one of the most oddly set up IDs, yeah. It's going how you would expect. You know, we try to use an arrow, it does 200 damage. We use one, a normal skill 3, and it does 600.
양조.
That was a floor ago, so we've gotten stronger since then. But yeah,
양조.
I'm expecting bad things from the arrows this entire run. But I'll try to use
패를
one per
빼어냈습니다.
floor, except on the floors that are just waved in enemies like this. Just so we can kind of track its damage over time.
외부 강사로 뛰던 것이
빗소리 속에
생각나네.
묻히도록.
한 놈만 잡아줘.
패를 빼어냈습니다. 패를 빼어냈습니다. 양조.
I guess something like full stop Honglu's melee support would be a very uncommonly used skill.
그간의 전투 경험.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I feel like a lot of people, you know, you have to have both IDs and you have to actually evade with Heathcliff to activate it. It's probably not as rare as some of these other things, but
양조.
it's not an every fight sort of thing at least. You don't even remember how the evade triggers.
양조.
Doesn't she do the evade if she has
양조.
a full arrow stacks? Or is it when you've used all your arrows? And then make all your yeah. I mean, we can check real quick.
잡기를 기다리고 있습니다.
Does it say?
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용하지.
Yeah, if you don't have arrows, use evade instead. Or if you're about to use Bow's Glimmer, use evade instead. I think I've only used it through that second way.
패를 빼어냈습니다. 양조. 양조.
Your solo never had her run out. I have only run out of arrows with her when I was testing her like day 1 of release to see if she was at all good for bleed. And I concluded that she was better for bleed than in Faust, but that is a low bar. And you know, there's a little bit of a better Faust now. Wow, these are like the easiest possible trials. These are the worst, I guess. Alright. I mean, we obviously want line 2 here. That's something you can always do on floor 4. I don't know what else I want, so I think I'll force it. Infest has such a good support passive, yeah. It was an if you are fielding them sort of thing. You're a stern Infest believer. Do you have any argument for her besides the sanity from the passive and support passive? Because I'll admit, those are good. But besides that, like, Nails is pretty bad. I'll be generous and only say that. The fact that it halves rounding down before it applies the bleed count makes it, like, a lot worse than a lot of people think it is. What floor is this? This is Metronome? Yeah, we're not finding that realistically. I think this is a rare all twos fusion. A lot of tier 2 gifts this run. Alright, we did a cell. Yeah, it's line 2 is always a weak economy floor, but I guess get it done with early. We found prestige cards, so that makes up for it. Of the 3-star Bleed Fest, Blade Lineage is her best clasher? Are you forgetting Ring, or are you calling Blade Lineage Fest a better clasher than Ring Fest? Oh, we're Wrathflower, with only one skill replace. Okay, well we might not have time to do an arrow then, because I think we're just trying to ignore that guy and hope our problems go away on their own.
이번엔 빼어내죠.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모네 같았어.
이번엔 빼어내죠.
대박! 방금은 간지였는데? 아이씨, 한 번쯤은 줘도 되잖아. 이럴 때 딱
Yeah, he does percentage damage to me. I kinda need to kill this guy on this turn. No time for arrow shenanigans.
빗소리 속에
Hopefully it's enough. With the bleed, yeah, we're fine.
방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
Kill the rose with the arrow damage should be low enough.
온.
Yeah, maybe.
하지만 슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나? 있군.
Okay, so despite all trials, I mean, I said worst trials, this is the worst trial here. The next worst is probably Keen, but we aren't skipping Bridal, so Metronome and Bridal. Okay, so do I want to go to this pack today? It gives me a slight damage bonus. I mean, I don't think I've discovered all of these. Yeah, I haven't discovered either of those gifts, but like, this does nothing. This, I do inflict bleed, so I would inflict nails, so that does nothing. It's like all of these gifts would work on me. They just aren't that impactful. I guess this is actually like a pretty decent effect for clashing. We'll probably go there later. It is still the new pack. Try it out. See how the bleed goes when I don't have debuff removal. Or maybe that's where I go after I get the debuff removal and benefit from it. That can be the plan. After we get this gift. Do we just do this now? Can I handle Jiamu right now? I think we can. We just have to stall phase 1, get all our skill slots, send a bunch of skill 3s at her. Worst case, I'm fairly sure Ira would get me past the DPS check. And you know, we could still just get Jiachu instead of Jiamu, and that would make the DPS check not exist. Basically sticky muck for slash.
숨겨둔 수를 드러낸 모양이지.
Yeah, that's one way to think of it. Can I break your head? No.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
가망이 없군.
빗소리
알고
속에
계시겠지만 제 도움은 없을 겁니다. 이건 녹음된 목소리일 뿐일
이번엔
테니까
태어나죠.
일단 호퇴하고 머리를 굴리든 스스로 생각하십시오.
The Eugen ID will make Shi Faust broken. You think we're getting Eugen Otis this swap? I think there's a pretty good chance that it's Shi Association, as I've discussed on stream before. There are like no good candidates for this swap unless it's Shi or we skip all of Urban Nightmare, and I don't think we would skip all of Urban Nightmare.
패를 떼어냈습니다.
Or if we aren't even in Urban Nightmare yet and we get like Gaze Office, but I think as much as I would like that,
외부 강사로 뛰는
the
것이
general
좋겠네.
public would not.
그것만 생각했더니 일대를 다
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 그런 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이다.
Does the skill 3 auto skill change give it defensive skill style scaling? I don't think so. It should still scale with attack power instead of defense
엄마는
power.
무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
Because it is still, it's classified as a skill 3.
지금처럼
I'm pretty sure it still benefits from like Lucky Pouch and stuff if you were on the
많은
team.
기억을 쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장
우티오
멋진
것이.
곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
Gaze Office would be fun, you want more Paralyzed. I agree. These
싸울
guys
준비는 끝났을까?
can be bad for solo.
그것을 그렇게 깝깝하게 쳐다만 보고
But I'm not too
그런다면
worried when we have so much damage reduction.
세 번이면 탔을 거고.
A lot of people talking about either Index or Thumb Wolf. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, Thumb is skipping all of Urban Nightmare, and Index, if we don't just get like basic proselytes, would be also skipping all of Nightmare. I could see it, unfortunately, just because this is the finger season. Give us more finger IDs.
패를 떼어냈습니다.
But I would not like it.
아, 아이, 놀랐네. 담배 꽂혀서 침대에 뻔했잖아. 이만 찰 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
다시 할까요?
아니,
빗소리
조금만
속에
더 해보게.
묻히도록.
불리한 상황에서만
You saw LCD-ish have one whole paralyze in her kid and it still made you happy? Yeah. It is a bit low for a skill called to claim your bows.
패를 떼어냈습니다.
방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
You could see Wedge Office, I could also see Wedge Office, yeah. It's all just like,
제 상태가 조금 변했을 거예요.
I think Project Moon wants to have a good
하실
Library of
말씀을
Ruinawalp after the last one was like the general receptions, and I think the general reception of the community wasn't the greatest.
값이 예상 범위를
So they
벗어났는데요.
probably want to make this one like a good one, and I don't think. Oh, hey, we're back. Is stream? Okay, we're going to try this again. Hello everyone, if you came back. I think we should be back. Are we back though? Okay. We're back. If it happens again, I guess we're just done. But hello again, chat. I'm back. My internet is fixed for now, at least. If things break again, I'll probably just call stream, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
우치오컷이
We are back to the regularly scheduled solo.
보자, 싸울 준비는
Oh, you guys. I have a personal hatred for these guys that I'm sure not many people share. Because I am maybe the only person in the world that has gone through the trouble of soloing these guys in the story.
이제 싱 수에선 벗어났나?
This 4-coin move that is just guaranteed to inflict
수싸움에서
bleed. I mean, the big ones are the actual problem. The small ones aren't that bad.
제 방법 또한 그와 같았다.
빗소리 속에 만지나 찌그리 얄밉게 하는
해를 떼어냈습니다.
너만 하겠나?
Alright, hopefully, yeah, hopefully stream works now. I don't know what to say. That really threw me off. What were we even talking about before?
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
First week we soloed defeat will be on Shi Faust? No, I will.
유사 실험 기록에 있다면
I'll make it through the struggles.
차포잡이라 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
Are arrows also expensive? Yeah, why do we only have 4 arrows? That's a fair question. I mean, okay, I know why we only have 4 arrows. It's because we're Shi Faust. But we were talking about wall predictions, yeah. That was something we were discussing.
빗소리 속에
I mean, I don't think there's too much to discuss. It will be Eugen Otis. End of discussion.
해를 떼어냈습니다.
양종
해를 떼어냈습니다.
양종
I won't be able to make lunar memories before Jiamu. Hopefully I can pass the damage check, or maybe I just don't get Jiamu. That's still possible.
양종
I really haven't done it in a long time in Mirror Dungeon. I don't remember how difficult it is,
사람들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는데
but I would imagine, like, I haven't been taking any HP trials,
손가락 안에서도
so I should be able to do it.
너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 형들이
양종
매번 엄마에게 엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
놀만치 노른 것
제일
같은 게
뛰어난 게 검이었고
I have no idea how the stream issues will show up in the VOD now that I think about it, because OBS like automatically reconnected me. This is the same stream. Is it just going to like cut immediately to when I came back? I don't know.
전투 테스트가 너무 많지 않나요?
빗소리 속에
This guy's faster than me.
전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한 결과
You hope we get a ego sync with Crying Children. I think Crying Children is like,
전투를 좋아한다.
I ruled it out completely before, but I think it could be an ego.
그렇게
Yeah.
시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군.
Like,
일 처리는 빠르게
I think Dawn Office Sinclair is kind of in a similar spot to Blade Lineage Mare, where they want the ID to be good. They're like an important character from a previous game.
예상한 것보다 움직임이
I mean, they directly buffed him significantly when he came out and was underwhelming.
준비해둔 수가
Now that
있나?
he's underwhelming again, maybe it's about time we got a buff, you know?
마음, 전 우발적인 예술
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없지는
They did it too early award? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's going to be so, like, when we get a real R-Corp ID, ever eventually, like Nikolai or something, the comparison is going to be crazy between the launch R-Corps and the new one. Let's fire an arrow for fun. Let's make it a skill 2 arrow. 153.
옳다.
Modern IDs are too overpowered. Yeah, that's the other way to look at it.
양종
I definitely think, you know, the Mao Ryoshu onward, the power creep is definitely real.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을
Not
택했지만
every ID, of course. Shi Faust came out after Mount. Hey, there's an evade. We did it. Yeah.
옛날에 외부
On turns where you're using your bow,
묻히도록.
you'll get evades.
것만 제작했다겠다.
They weren't expecting this level of power creep. They did it.
그중 제일 뛰어난
It was their decision.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공원에 같았어.
화살이
놀만치
상하지
노른 것
않았군요.
같은 게 이제 싸게 치어불고 들어가자. 고생들이었다.
Alright, one more fight. This floor feels really long, but I guess that's just because the stream died, so I've been here longer than I should have been.
네, 뭐.
You got like every enemy that can appear on this floor. You got true variety.
이라는 뜻이다. 왜 그딴 표정으로
I think Kim Ji-hoon just isn't very good at long-term planning.
내가 그
You could definitely make that argument.
쯤은 좋게 보잖아. 그럴
홍차
때 딱 씹어줘야 하는데.
온순해졌을 거라 기대했나? 빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
And even back in like
양종.
Library Everyone, it is small things like how Blazing Strike from
깨어냈습니다.
like Urban Plague is one of the highest rolling skills in the entire game. And the explanation for that is they just didn't know how high skills would end up rolling and they overtuned it. It's 30 to 40, which is just pretty absurd.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
I wonder if you doubled the health of every enemy in Library of Ruina, how different like the difficulty would be. I think the fill-up fight would just become so insane. Like there's not good sustain or economy in the early game still. It's like no light restore. He might become the hardest fight in the game because he would actually have to deal with Blazing Strike potentially multiple times. I would not like a 2,000 health Greta though, that's for sure.
킨 압도적인
빗소리
참력.
속에 묻히도록.
가끔 질릴 때도 있지만 역시 늘 먹던 맛에서만 느껴지는 대판이 있다니.
You were playing Ruina while it was releasing and anyone could tell you they did not have a plan.
비교 지표가 있는지
Yeah.
양종.
유사
Doubled
실험기록에
health Pluto? Does anything change? I guess like the shades having doubled health would make first phase a lot harder. And it might make Pluto take twice as long. But like, no, even the normal intended strategy
끌어올렸던 실험도
is he takes no damage until he gets staggered and then you kill him in one turn. I guess you would realistically also double stagger health though.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게
It's like how your Limbus with triple HP makes certain bosses actually exist. Hey, Lei Hang actually exists for base IDs. He basically has 5 times health there compared to normal gameplay. Alright, special contract, yes. I forgot I had to like get the specific gifts I came here for. But I'm pretty sure the other one was floor reward. Let's see if I can keyword refresh into it. We don't, that's fine. Give me a skill 3. Buy any tier 4 gift that shows up. And to help with the potential DPS check that's incoming, I will make Clear Mirror. I don't need a burn gift. Do I enhance it? Yeah, it's a lot of extra damage for only 250 cost. It is, you know, theoretically wasteful because I don't have renewed merch or rebate ticket yet, but
티오컷이.
I think potentially losing a Durante because I don't have enough damage is the worst penalty. Also, this will be a good test. In the past, I have not gotten copyrighted for this song twice, even though every other Millie song is like instant copyright. So we'll see if we get
히
copyright claims today.
오인
짜증나는 시선.
We need to stall out this phase, so might as well go for an immediate arrow.
기분 나쁜 눈빛으로 내 꼴을 힐끔힐끔 쳐다보며 그때 예외 없이 모분이다. 목표 확인. 빗소리 속에 묻히다.
I don't think Jiamu has that much bleed count, so hopefully this isn't too bad. You're like all potency, right?
너희는 만화책도 안 봤어? 여기서 포기를 안 해야 까리하게 각성도 하고 눈물 펑펑 나는 명.
I can use an evade on the arrow turn, but we're taking 1 damage from everything because we have like 130% dynamic protection probably. It's just the bleed that's a slight concern, and we will have a skill 3 in our upcoming slot. Alright. You genuinely forgot about this fight. The only hard part for a solo is the DPS check immediately in second phase. Okay. We are ready to lose. We've got 4. Let's see. Also, I want to... I'm pretty sure you just like I need to save skill 3s actually. I'll use the arrow because it's the arrow I have to, but besides that I'll save where I can. 43 roll, what do we got? Almost 1,000 damage? That's pretty good, all things considered.
별로 어려울 것도 없잖아.
I'll take it. I love doing nothing for 4 turns, oh yeah.
빼어냈습니다.
If I don't have enough damage, I could stall longer. I still don't have the maximum skill slots. But let's just see if this is enough. I don't have all skill 3s, but I can run my non-skill 3s into the Clashable Guards.
여기를 보면 여유가 생겼을 때 다른 상대에 더 집중한다는 지표가
화살이 상하진 않았군요.
저희는 신경 쓰지
We should be totally fine. We only have to get her down like a quarter health. Okay, just the skill 2s did it, yeah. And now it's Sancho. And if you don't know what I mean by that, lucky you.
빗소리 속에 묻히다. 이번엔 빼어내자.
Somehow this fight was harder than Lei Hang for you in story. Were you doing it post Lei Hang nerf? I mean, I can definitely see this fight being harder. It has, you know, things that make it hard. She has a lot of health, she has sanity, and she's like often at full sanity. So it's hard for you to get sanity.
그 부위가 제일 거칠거릴 것이라는 걸 알고 나서야 파우스트 씨.
You were doing this fight last week. Okay, so yeah. Lei Hang had been nerfed. Goodbye, Jiamu. You know, this is one of the most neglected IDs because some of her voice line subtitles aren't even implemented correctly. You know, I feel like that's just going to be a lot of IDs though, right? They can't possibly implement the system perfectly on the first try. This is Project Moon. Also, worst trials. Continuing that. Okay, what other floors do I want to go to? I think we probably want to go to Yield My Flesh. It gives me a slash power up and a lust power up, which is pretty good. Or maybe I just fully commit to like this. Slash power and lust power is definitely good. I would definitely recommend that normally. But I don't know if I have enough room. It's like, let's see. Things we're definitely going to... Honestly, there's nothing else I absolutely have to go to. I got Bridal already, and I started with Badge. Let's see if the debuff cleanse works. Yeah. We do need to test that. It could just go line 1. I'm going to go Blade Lineage. Where is it? You. It should be easy to test if debuff removal works here. There's Rusted Hilt, so I need the other one. I think it's called Worn Hilt. So just to remind everyone why we're doing Shi Faust today. We want to test Moon in the Water specifically. This gets more effects based on the attack skills that apply Rupture or Poison. The team, I got everyone at 12 plus on hit with a skill. If it hit critically, remove one random removable negative effect applied to self, once per turn per identity. So in other words, we want to see if when we crit next turn, if our bleed stack immediately goes away. Based on the wording of this gift and similar gifts, it should work, but you never know. We only have one bleed. We can see if our fragile goes away. It did. It works. Okay. This gift... Is this gift the meta for Shatterband cannon runs? Get rid of your self-fragile? It's pretty good for solos then? Yeah. It definitely helps with like the bleed from hidden bosses. I'm just trying to think what are the most problematic debuffs in solos that aren't just like floor 1 bleed. Hidden boss bleed is like the main thing that comes to mind, and this would definitely help with that. It's just a question of, is it worth a pack, and is it worth compromising all of your support passive, because it does need all 12. I think the answer is going to just be like it's a thing you can choose if you want. Impenetrable Path of Burn. Okay, yeah, that is one to consider, for sure. Re and Corrosion Sinking is like all applied to you at the same time, though. I don't think this would even help with that. Pride and Wrath versus Lust and Gloom. Kim can pass this one. It's like maybe if you had an Unbreakable coin, you could like attack after he hits you, remove sinking, heal with Cantabile, but I think you're already not corroding if you have Unbreakable coins because of Cantabile. Alright, I need Worn Hilt, which is a slash gift. There it is, okay. That's everything I came here for. Like, I already inflict 99 bleed with my first skill. This would be extra bleed count. I can just upgrade the thing. There's Grey Coat if we need emergency healing. And just buy out the shop. What do I need to fuse? I made my slash gifts. I can make my pierce gifts. Works on the arrow and gets me closer to lunar. I do not need a charge gift. And I can sell this that I just made. It sells for a lot. Okay. We should have good economy next floor. Was that a tier 4 Kurakuma gift? It was. It requires 3 Kurakuma on field to activate, unfortunately. Or else it would be pretty good for me. So he's faster than me. He's going to inflict a lot of bleed on me. Hopefully I remove the bleed rather than the fragile. That's another problem with taking this in solos. It kind of means you want to not take Dark Flame Smoking Pipe, since that's always putting a debuff on you. That could be removed instead of the problematic one.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이야.
Can we just stagger you here? I feel like we might. Turns out 4 coin skills do a lot of damage.
또 개체는 오래 버티지 못하겠군. 관리자가 소원을 넣는 효과적인 공격.
Oh, we just kill you here because of special contract? Alright. Well, that was a 2-turn fight.
하지만 슬슬 물리는군.
조치였습니다.
근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
Worst trials here are definitely base power and keen, right? Or no, this body up is actually worse than this keen because defense level matters more than max HP and they give the same amount of offense level. So, alright. Worst trials continues. I should actually decide where I'm going for floors 7, 8, 9, and 10 here. Like, what is going to be worth it? I'll go to Nocturnal Sweeping, that's 1. We can do the new pack, I'll call that 2. Then I need 2 more. It could be like line 1, line 3. That would be a pretty standard thing. Or Miracle in District 20 instead of one of those. It's showing Sad Plushie. We haven't gotten Jolly Plushie in a while. Let's go ahead and do that. Early line 3 isn't necessary. That's probably the one I'll cut out of the plan I just said to go here instead. I do like it, but I shouldn't be dying as Shi Faust. There's just that chance to miss now with enough packs in MDE. It's like 30% chance to not get the pack you want, even if you hard refresh for it. But if I delay line 3 by 2 floors even, we should be fine.
받은 만큼 했을 뿐이다.
I need poise gifts. There it is, okay. Do I want to replace any of my skills fully? There's no reason for me to keep a skill 1, right? Because Rat doesn't give you anything except Fleb, which I don't need, and Wound Cleared, which I don't need. I'm already keeping 2 slash skills because I have a skill 2 still. Like, I don't think there's anything I need to keep a skill 1 for. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. What floor is this? I think it was floor 7. So keep that in mind when you place your bets on how many skills to kill Santada. It's... I don't know, I think my guess is going to be 2, but we don't have Needle and Thread today. Maybe it goes up to 4. Fuse Shadow Monster, my bad, I forgot to. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I've got to use an arrow on Santada, right? I'm going to charge up an arrow on Santada, and that's going to be the first skill. Yeah.
다시 할까요?
조금만 더 해보게. 불리한 상황에서만 얻을 수 있는 데이터도 있는 거.
If only I had like Thrill, and I could pre-charge my arrow, and just have the last gnome die to Thrill or something. But I do not.
수에선 벗어났나?
방법이지.
빗속에 묻히다.
one arrow to kill Santana. Maybe if I had Lunar. We can dream. You see, this might be one of those runs where worst trials isn't actually the worst trials, because I just do enough damage that it is reasonable to kill things before they kill me.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
And with the damage reduction from resolution, that time for them to kill me should still be higher. We get to see the rat skill that damages themselves, maybe. My favorite text error. Is that true? It's one of my favorites. I think... You see, that one's a text error only. Or, well, it's probably not intended that it damages himself, but they haven't fixed it yet. I think my favorite error that I found was the priest consuming 400 Blood Feast. That one was pretty funny to see. Middle Otis and Shi Faust related because they both say bullseye? Yeah? I'm following your train of logic here. Shi Otis confirmed? Yeah, mix the two. What do you get when you mix Shi Faust and Middle Otis? It's Shi Otis, of course. Yeah, we'll test out the arrow damage here. It should be higher than the last one for sure. We got clear mirror now. Alright, Santana, just wait 4 turns for me. 1,932. If I had Needle and Thread, I would say the 1 arrow kill would actually be reasonable. I think it's a little much to ask for without Needle and Thread, but maybe. He drains my SP as well. Yeah, I've run into that issue before on my, like, no-gift solo runs. And he paralyzes me, okay. Do you ever not do that, though? You gonna damage yourself? I saw it, I think. Oh, he paralyzes himself, too. Is that intentional? It doesn't lag as much when changing to defensive skills? Yeah, that got better a while ago. Failed kill, gain 2 paralyzed next turn. Inflict or apply 3. Okay. Literally never seen this guy's skill animations. Yeah. Alright, well, we've got a tails rolling arrow coming up next turn. You've got to place your official bets now. How many skills to kill Santana, starting with an arrow. To make the arrow like actually work for targeting everything at this defensive skill, it's probably 2, because the arrow is going to roll tails. Let's see. Only 700 damage. He didn't even know he had red coins. That's only the hard mode that gets the red coins. Normal Santana doesn't, but yeah. Resilient is a little bit less of a bad trial than Body Up, but I want Sad Plushie over worse trials. I'm still taking the base power. Okay, and we can just go immediately to Monastic Experience. That's one of the packs I wanted to go to today. No refreshing here. I'm fairly sure the rule is always choose the bottom path in these events, except for when you're letting Kim answer. If there's any exception to that rule, do let me know, but that's what I'm going to be doing. 2 times per skill, a bit more damage, but then double the boost and its maximum, so yeah, 4 defense level down per skill. That's pretty alright. 20k HP boss coming up. I've been taking like all of the most offensive trials. So this is going to be pretty close to the least health this boss could have on this floor. We'll see how much that is. Luckily or unluckily, we haven't seen very many brutality trials today. I think only 1.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠다. 유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
You had 33,000 on floor 10. Definitely expecting less than that for me here. I just removed my fragile, okay. We need her in MDE so she can get like 3,000. Does she have more base health than 400 roses? I don't think so, but it's like surprisingly close. Because 400 roses base health is like not actually quite as high as you think it is. She doesn't? Okay. Because he gets inevitable HP increases from the like railway buffs when you fight him there. So I don't know what his base HP actually is.
저 개체는 오래 버티진 못하겠군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
400 roses got these drawn by Butterfly, but I was talking MD. Yeah, Butterfly is the highest for sure, just in the game. Except 400 roses is easy, but Imgyung off is impossible? I don't know if I would say that. She was pretty easy, all things considered. It's literally like, the Envy AoE skill is the only threat in the fight. So just clash that with the strong ego, and you should be fine. Because to be threatening in this game, you have to have AoE, I've decided. The Railway 6-pack is coming eventually, but it might not have the final boss in it. Reflectorial fights in MDE. Imagine soloing Ricardo Reflectorial. 3 counters per turn or whatever.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공원에 같았어.
대박! 방금은 간지였는데? 아이씨, 팝콘쯤은 줘도 되잖아. 이럴 때 딱 씹어줘야 하는데.
Are we still like 100% damage resistant? Has anything done more than 1 damage to us? Because I'm seeing these 16 rolling skills that I'm color fatal to are doing 1, so I feel like we're just still invulnerable. A mandatory moon in the water to cleanse written in the book, yeah, or else you just take like 100% HP damage. Or I guess it would be a high rolling evade check as well, could get through it. Okay, that did damage to me.
대체의 상태가
How was I
좀
taking
정착됐으면
ones before and that did like
바로 말씀.
13 to me?
하시지 마시고 끝나고 종이에 적어주세요.
It was the same skill.
때는 소리도 잘
These guys get like damage up at lower health or something? Did one of them survive on lower health? I don't know.
방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
양종. 양종.
그라제 그것은
고,
그 짝에
언,
갖다 써야지.
온.
별로 어려울
하지만
것도 없잖아.
슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
Bones.
이
Okay. So it's time to fight Bleed with Bleed.
컴보 회식 메뉴는
Bleed poised bow user that wears red and black versus bleed poised bow user that wears red and black. Who's going to win? I have a lot of cost, that's good. What do I still need? Name a gift I don't have and I can go for it. I don't have Blue Star Shard. I guess I don't have Lunar. I should make Lunar. It's 322, yeah, okay. I'll make Lunar next floor, rather. Artistic Sense? Yeah, there's definitely tier 4s I'm missing. Multiple sinking things, we'll see if we roll into it. I didn't have Wound Clarion, apparently. Blue Star Shard. Oh yeah, there's also like the new ones. I probably should have done slash refreshes. Oh, Scarlet Moth, so we can break the Rian fight. Alright. Yeah, I'll make Lunar next floor. I already sold, okay. I don't think I need to enhance anything, so we'll be on our way. 415 Valentina incoming when I'm taking all the base and final power trials, yeah? I'm sure that'll go just great. You know, as far as worst trials goes, though, the game's been pretty kind to me so far. I've only been offered 4 total base and final power, 1 coin power. All your skills do 1 damage to me. You know what? Let's charge up an arrow. Wouldn't Bridal be a good idea to upgrade? As soon as you see me stagger, I'll consider upgrading Bridal. Otherwise, I'll wait until floor 10. 20 by 20 bleed on the first turn. It's a little insane if you ask me.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한다면 합당한 것이겠지.
This arrow's almost ready. Just 2 more turns. Oh, that skill actually did damage to me.
여러분이 이때까지 겪었던 일은 전부 보고서로 전달받았습니다. 한참일지도 다 읽었죠.
I can't wait to just bleed out after this. The cleanse will remove the fragile, yeah. I might not send other skills on my arrow turn. This is genuinely how they want you to play this ID. I mean, they don't want you to be soloing, but yeah. Are DHE IDs good sinking units? Not really. You can cope with the DHE Honglu in sinking because he's count neutral most of the time, but the other ones I wouldn't even attempt.
왜 그딴 표정으로 쳐다보는 거지? 설마 내가 그
Do you remove the bleed? 47 roll, how much damage? 1,119. Alright, just 15 more of those. Okay, I wanted to test that. You can't evade under the skill that you're technically clashing with your arrow. So good to know. So okay, it took me 5 turns to deal 1,100 damage with the arrow. It did remove my bleed. Let's see how many more turns it takes to deal the rest of her 15,000 health.
해결사 영상 보는 거랑 좀 비슷한 느낌도 있고. 설까 이거 있을지도?
The answer might be 1.
이번엔 태어나자. 방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
It's so over when she uses that envy skill. Good thing she's not using that envy skill.
저 격차는 오래 버티지 못하겠군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는
I don't have respite yet. I should get that.
당연한 결과일 테지.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게 이제 싸게 치어불고 들어가자.
Alright.
고생되었다.
Not the hardest pack of all time. Brutality and Keen are the worst trials here, which works out. I wanted this gift just to add to my compendium. I've got to complete that again. Now then, where do I still want to go? I want to go to sweeping. And I guess line 1? Because I don't care about any Kanto 9 pack, right? It's like these gifts are just so underwhelming, yeah. So sweeping or line 1, I think I want normal sweeping because I don't care about any of the Bakyak gifts, so let's just go here. Shadow Bamboo Hat will be easier to find on the normal one. I don't need the boombox or anything, since I don't want to fuse enter the BB on a bleed ID.
뛰어난 병사라도
You guys are faster than me.
무능한 법. 우선 전황부터 살피지.
현국 정도는 읽었다. 나머지는 칼을 휘두를 일 아닌가.
They actually staggered me. Well done, Mouse. You are the first thing to pose any threat to my life since the full stop floor.
뛰어낸 양조. 차포자리라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나. 뛰어낸 양조.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 놈이지.
양조.
I like how these guys showed up and were just immediately staggered by Scarlet Moths. They did not get a chance to play the game.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠군. 유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록. 뛰어낸 양조.
저 격차는 오래 버티지 못하겠군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수동을 갖췄으니
별로 어려울
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
I'll definitely keep this mirror in the water thing in mind, though. Like, debuff cleanse that any ID, or I guess any rupture or poise ID can access is like a pretty good thing to know about. If they ever add, you know, new bosses that are horrible for status infliction, kinda like the new one, if there's good gifts on the pack, you might want to consider it.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
이번에는 재미 좀 보는가. 자네가 생각이 있으면 허접한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠지.
대박! 방금은 감지였는데? 아이씨, 한 푼쯤은 줘도 되잖아. 이럴 때 딱 씹어줘야 하는데.
I should start doing predictions for how much total brutality we'll find on the run. because I almost always take it. And I've still never managed to get full brutality. It's like, it's not that unlikely. I've done much rarer things. I really should have seen it like 4 times by now, statistically, I'm pretty sure, with how many runs I've done. But it just never happens. I always miss one of them.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공원에 같았어.
Yeah, 415 Gubu is definitely a somewhat cheating answer to that question.
확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된
But I guess it's the correct answer. Good luck surviving that one. Okay, I'm here for Shadow Bamboo Hat. I'm going to actually fuse Lunar first. I almost always forget to do this. There it is. Buy out the shop. And next 4 we will enhance everything. I'll go ahead and refuse the slash memory. What's actually the most damaging skill though? I mean, it probably is disposal. Or... well, okay. Are we saying the skill that would be the most damaging if you could encounter it on 415, or are we limited to the things that can actually be on 415? Because if you're not limited, then it's going to be... if you were to actually set up 99 bleed on yourself and let Gas Harpoon do their 7 coin move in skill 2 on you, that would scale the hardest if you could fight her on 415 and you could get the bleed on yourself. Because it's like 7 coins with a ton of dynamic. It's like uncapped 5% per bleed or something. It's pretty insane skill, all things considered.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
I think that would be disposal. Would the bleed deluge do more? Maybe. I don't know if you can get self-bleed count. I mean, I guess in that fight you can. But like without dying, I think there's shenanigans you can do to get 99 bleed potency on an ID. You like corrode it into Contempt Awe and hit someone that has immortality. But I don't know if you could actually stack enough count in any realistic way for that to be possible.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
저 보스는 오래 버티지 못하겠군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을
Going through the motions of sweepers. We'll also have line 3 later. Sweeping through the back streets, yeah. It's like the 3.5 staples of every MDE solo. You've got your full stop battle on 4-3. You've got your sweepers and your line 3 at some point. And then usually you also do the gnomes. But the gnomes, at least, we have the exciting Santana fight upcoming. The Fairy Gentleman has Tremor Deluge. Yeah, he does. That's a fun one. It makes sloshing Ishmael's Tremor kit that much more disappointing when you see what could have been.
불가능한 꿈이죠. 상상체와 뒤틀린
나라도 그렇게
배워야 할 관리법과 난 맞추나요?
이만하면 훌륭하군.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the guy that does arrows only solo. I mean, I guess you would just run out of arrows. It's not something you can do. Or it would turn into the evade until thrill kills stuff solo, which I prefer the full stop Heathcliff way to do that.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을
Because that
다니면
one's at least like, that one sounds impossible on paper.
언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
Brutality based power. Oh boy. We're actually getting some. Just give me the vestige. I don't need those gifts. Okay, floor 10. I think the plan was line 1. There's a surprising lack of packs that I want to go to, considering I'm actually like a double keyword ID. But like, I don't need LCV checkup. Already got blade lineage, yeah. Oh hey, it showed up. First thing you try, hit Boatworks Sinclair with reverb and then get him obliterated by Tremor Deluge. Sounds like a fun time. Most unique bleed gifts are just mid, exactly. They're like 20% damage up, as if you don't have enough of that. I'm not fighting you. Any last shop? I mean, this is a pretty good last shop. I was going to say last shop renewed merch before I enhance everything, but I'll take those. And there's artistic sense. I didn't have this thing yet. Maybe I don't have downpour if that wants to show up as well. No? Alright. Time to enhance everything. At least as much as I can. An ammo conditional to Pathos Mathis with Uptie 5. I highly doubt it. The base ego are meant to be pretty generic. Giving it something as specific as an ammo conditional, I would be shocked. They could give Branch of Knowledge Rupture Deluge, yeah. That's something they could do. Does Otis even have an ammo ID? It is just Jet. That's enough shop stuff. I'm set up well enough. I should be able to max out everything by the end of the run. Why am I full health? It's because I upgraded Bridal. For all the 5 main statuses, the only one with no form of deluge is Burn. Yeah, Burn doesn't have a true deluge, it has like partial deluges. But yeah, I mean, Sinking is the one everyone knows, Tremors, Fairy Gentleman, Bleed is siphoning Bleed from Don Quixote, and that's all of them. Rupture Deluge exists on someone, I forget who, but I know it's out there.
그 사람들은 있는 거 없는 거 끌어모았는데도 뭔가 싶더라.
First ego use of the run. Yeah, the K-Corp guys. They're the Rupture Delugers. All Tails rolls. It's like I have Pallet Pen.
그래.
이만 찰 줄
그렇게
알았으면
시원하게
빨리 좀
처리해.
하지.
보는 맛이 나.
I do wonder if base IDs will be able to play Railway 2 at all.
덜 답답한 법이지.
I have 7,000% bonus damage. Why is it so much higher on you? Do you have like fragile? Oh, I guess it's because I have. No, you should have the bleed conditional either way. Why is my damage multiplier so much higher on the chair? It's like stagger shouldn't be that much of a difference, I feel like. Oh, yeah, it's 2.3. It's actually 2.5x because I have the slash gift and the contract. That's why.
그쯤은 줘도 되잖아.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격
There's
수단을
the
택했으니
static multiplier gifts that lie to you. I forgot about those. I want the cost. Worst trials here are base and final power up. I guess we don't get false halo. Oh well. Max adversity, and we're looking for code purple. Show me code purple. Okay, last refresh. I'll fight you. It will take like 3 turns at most. We don't have peace of relationship yet. That's just fusing every tier 4.
뛰어난 병사라도 적재적소에 쓰지 않는 무의 무능한 법. 우선 전황부터
Close to losing that clash there after 2 more bad trials. We could definitely be losing turn 1 clashes starting next floor. Or at least like only be favored. If they hit all heads, we would lose clashes.
보기 좋게 거미줄에 걸렸군. 빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
No, I don't believe there's a poise daily. There's nothing that consumes all poise at least.
너른 것 같은 게
There are things that will
기계 지표가 있는지 모르겠다.
consume more poise to do more damage, but I don't think any of them
전송해줄게.
consume all of it. We lagged there. I thought we were getting an immediate hidden boss.
이런 일은 실패해 본 적이 없지.
Tier 4. What do I need? I don't have charge type gloves. I guess I can make those. Bamboo-headed Kim clears all of his poise after using Claim Their Bones. Okay, the new assist unit I think you're talking about. That is something. What do I even refresh for? It's like maybe if Drill shows up. Oh, I'll sell for that. Yeah. Give me MDE. Does that work off my max HP or my reduced HP after resolution? I actually don't know. Coin doesn't work on the bow, so I'm not going to sell for it. I'll just keep it in mind. Alright. Code purple time. I guess this is a new staple. That looks like it's based on my actual max HP, which is nice.
앞으로 한 번만 더.
And even more to Shi Faust's invulnerability.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
14 damage from a move I'm fatal to.
앉아서 머리 쓸 것도 없지. 답답하고
Making Nurse Father should have had Poise Deluge. She, like, basically deluges your Blade Trail stacks. I don't think she needs 2 deluges in one skill. She already does percentage HP damage based on that. And yeah, she does enough damage already. No trespassing. But speaking of Rupture Deluge,
알리사가 감도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다 산출값이 좋네요. LCA나 LCD에서 산출했던 비정상값과
그렇게
다르게
시원하게
이런
처리하니
쓸쓸
보는 맛이 나.
양질의 데이터를 얻었고
일 처리는
피해
빠르게 하는
산출값이
편이
예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
방법이지.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠고
이즈싱 수에선 벗어났네.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
so I guess at this point we're all wondering the same thing. Will I get a hidden boss today? And who will it be with these worst trials?
아, 놀랐네.
Will we get the 415 Valentina? Will this be the first on-stream loss?
빨리 좀 하지 그러면.
Find out over the course of the next, like, 30 minutes, I guess.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
Believe it or not, Xiaomi is actually pretty count negative. I know she can run out of poise, yeah. Oh, they actually killed me there. Badge triggered on the last turn where I had any chance of dying.
놈만 잡아주면
무타법을 이해하는
You love poise bosses that never run out of poise. The new ones are pretty good for that. I'm not sure if it's physically possible for her to run out of poise. It probably isn't.
무기라면 뭐든 달달었어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게
저
검은
격차는 오래 버티지 못하군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을
싸게 갖다 써.
경연한
그간의
결과를
전투
테지.
경험이
별로 어려울
쓸모가
것
없진
없잖아.
않았군요. 딴데 적합한 조치였습니다.
이유하고는
And the reflect trail gave her even more poise. Yeah, that felt so unnecessary, but I did notice that.
이요, 당연히 그렇게 해야 돼. 그런 것이 쫙 보면 덜 써야 하는지
나라도
딱 느낌이 오잖아.
그렇게 했을 테지.
Alright.
이만하면 훌륭하구나.
Pretty simple code purple. We did actually get somewhat close to dying because I don't have any other revive gifts yet, but this floor will give me one. And then we'll go get embers, hopefully. Rian can run out of poise, but that only happens if you let him hit you often. And it probably helps if he like never rolls the weapon that gives poise counts. I'm pretty sure at least one of them does that.
삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
I mean, you can also evade. Like, poise count gets consumed on evade.
실력자들이었을 거야.
불가능한 꿈이죠.
너희가 보여준
상처와 뒤틀린 모두
더 대단한 기술을
Would have to like check some of the solos to see if he ever gets low on poise count, ever. His weapons only give poise counts on phase 2? Ah, maybe.
근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
Final power and I guess body up is the next worst because growth resilience is normally the two you want to see. There's renewed merch just in time. Now we want line 3. There it is. Fuse 4 embers.
해냈어. 해결.
No hidden boss. course, I'll give it a chance to just show up in the shop, although it's arguably still, like, better to fuse it even if it did show up. In fact, yeah, I'm going to do bleed refresh because I still didn't have respite. There we go. That's the gift I was wanting. Imposed weight as well. Okay, we were missing a few pretty good gifts. But now we should be pretty close to maximum power. It feels like a 0 hidden boss kind of day. Don't say that. Then, like, there's nothing exciting about today. I guess finding out that, you know, the debuff cleanse works is nice and all, but we're all really here for the hidden bosses, of course. Did I get the other blade lineage tier 4? Am I being blind? Or was that not for the tier 4? That was for the blade, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I was thinking I got the hat or robe event, but I did not. Okay. Next 4, we'll try to get piece of relationship, I think. That's like the last impactful gift I'm still missing. Still dominating. I guess these guys don't clash that high since they don't benefit from brutality. We are actually taking damage now, though. We are no longer invincible. Stack even more protection. There's not that much more protection to stack, unfortunately.
이제 싱 수에선 벗어났나?
I have the perfect ego for it, true. Command Meltdown is part of the invincible Shi Faust setup. If I was optimizing for just maximum tankiness, I would have had to route the floors differently. Would have had to go to time killing time, get the clock hands.
맞아, 그것은 부지하게 갖다 써야지. 별로 어려울 거 없잖아.
And you know, I don't have the damage resistance support passives either. That's like 30% I'm missing out on. It could be a lot more. We could probably still be taking 1s if I optimized for it.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 쪽으로 가서. 그렇지, 좀 치는데.
Look what she needs to mimic a fraction of Verdia's power. Yeah. And if you want to take 1 damage for as long in a mirror dungeon as possible, Shi Faust is your best bet for that. Because resolution is so good that it's like required that you're one of the Shi IDs. And then Faust has pride for the bleed plushie. Less damage taken.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
You've got some favorites in here. Watch out. Oh, we actually could have lost that clash.
이만 찰 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
But yeah, we have taken just like no enemy HP trials, so everything is dying in like 2 coins. I think we would be able to kill Rian before he killed us if he showed up. You've noticed that full art is leaking out sometimes on the passives. I saw that right as you said it, actually. I hadn't been paying attention, but like, yeah, there's definitely some weirdness going on there.
근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
What are the worst trials here? Wow, these are like mostly good. I guess it's Keen and Clash power up. I think Clash power up on a +2 is worse than the body up. Game has been very kind with these worst trials so far, and I guess we go and get this bleed gift now, unless I want to fight Ricardo. It's like, which gifts do I still care about? I want this bleed gift for sure, so it's do I do it now or next floor? And then is there another pack I would want, is the question. I guess I could get the candy. I mean, that's just so easy though. I don't think there's any, like, fun poise gift or bleed gift here. Yeah, we're just going to go here. Come on, hidden boss. Show me. Nope. Show me Callisto. No. Okay, I thought if I call it out a specific one, it might happen. There's just no need for me to fight these guys. Alright, let's fuse slash gifts until it gives me piece of relationship. I can get rid of a lot of stuff that doesn't matter here. I don't need... I guess I keep the pierce damage for my bow. Is the enemy ever going to be staggered when I'm shooting my arrow at them? The answer is no, but we can pretend that it's a possibility. I really don't need more poise. Did they remove the coin power on the candy gift? Yeah, all of the old hidden boss gifts lost their coin power. There it is. And I do not have a sinking ego because I am Faust. Not quite enough cost to enhance all of these gifts that just give damage. But we're most of the way there. Let's get copyrighted. I'll still be able to see if Tian copyrighted us earlier, so this doesn't ruin the test or anything. It's a crime they didn't do uptime 5 for 9 too fast. I believe it's still pretty likely in the future.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
How hopeful are we for Valentina this week? It's hard to remain hopeful when just week after week it never happens. Oh, we're going to charge arrows here. Wait, we might run out of arrows. Let's try to shoot all of our arrows this fight. That's something we can do.
이번에 막을 수 있어.
너희는 만화책도 안 봤어?
여기서 포기를 안 해야 파리하게 각성도하고 눈물 펑펑 나는 명당을
Let's
다
see.
거잖아.
44 roll. That's like so perfect. We're not going to top a 44 roll arrow.
이건 헤어지자. 차포잡이야. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
상하진 않았군요.
먼치킨 압도적인
It
수행력.
not happening for so long is just mathematical evidence it will happen soon. Ah, yes.
소판은 있다니까.
Because that's how probability works.
속에 묻히도록.
No, but we have a lot of large numbers. That's our saving grace. If I keep streaming MDE solos, eventually we have to get Valentina.
이제 그것은 대학에 갖다 써야지.
패를 빼앗습니다. 양정. 피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어나는데요?
There's only so many runs you can do with it not happening.
유사 시간 기록이 있다면 따로 전송해주게.
옳다.
I wish it was like possible to damage this guy and maybe kill him, but he's just too invulnerable.
이건 빼앗자.
적합한 조치였. 나라도 그렇게 했을 테지.
이건
99% of MDE players stop one run before 415 Valentina.
이건
You say that to yourself on wealth as well.
엄마는
At least there's stuff you can do for wealth to make it more likely. I mean, at least getting the event more likely. Not much you can do about winning the 1%. Okay, so I didn't charge an arrow. Wasn't sure if I would or not.
빗소리 속에 묻히다. 이거는 빼앗자. 양정. 자한테 틀림은 없고. 이거는 빼앗자. 양정. 오.
It is nice that they give Shi Faust the shield, yeah.
이거는 빼앗자. 양정. 이거는 빼앗자. 양정. 신임 연구원들도 상하진 않았고.
Okay, we're definitely not shooting all of our arrows this fight.
나는 돈키호테.
Because I actually killed the carousel cars. Or whatever they are. I'm blanking on the word. I don't not know how to speak English. Anyway. Let's kill this guy before he can attack, as usual.
빗소리 속에 묻히다.
우선은 왼쪽으로 가서.
The arrows remind you of the MVO this run. Don't remind me, but like, yeah, they are kind of similar.
유효하군. 이거는 빼앗자.
Magic Bullet Otis, the worst solo of all time.
그런 거 보면 뭘 써야 하는지 딱 느낌이 오잖아요. 예?
Hidden boss next floor? For sure. This time for sure, as they say.
당신은 금물이다. 자고. 빗소리 속에 묻히다.
It doesn't help that most of the arrows I'm shooting are on enemies before they get their debuffs. Like, does it let me charge an arrow here?
이 팀의 승기를 빗소리 속에 묻히다.
Might be able to shoot one arrow at him next turn, with no charge, of course. But yeah, you also get your arrows back when their target dies. So that was kind of ruining the run out of arrows plan from the start. Yeah, there's 2,000. That's like... That's more damage than K-Core Ponglu's skills could do, probably. So like, it could be worse. It does take 2 skill slots, though.
17번째라네.
Because you have to charge the arrow with a defensive skill and then shoot it.
상당히 높군.
We get base power and keen. And let's just go here. It's a simple, good gift maximize our chance of beating the floor 15 hidden boss that shows up. Nope. No one. It really doesn't feel like getting at least one hidden boss is more likely than not. What's the odds of any single node being a hidden boss? It's 10%. Across the run, you are more likely to see at least one hidden boss than to see 0 hidden bosses. But at this point, that's not going to be true. We are too far into the run. With no luck. I have every gift I care about. I will just sell and enhance stuff. Oh, and I should sell Glimpse, because we hate Glimpse in this household. Worst gift of all time. Give me that SP damage on my skill too. The hidden boss— no, that's not how hidden bosses work. The hidden boss percent chance is rolled when you enter the event tile. So it's not like it can spawn on the top but you go to the bottom. That's all superstition. What's wrong with Glimpse? It gets rid of your burn for no tangible benefit. So then you just lose your charred disc. Also, the arrow is like actively a bad thing here. Maybe unable to clash that skill. Okay, we are... Suddenly, Worst Trials is getting me killed. Who would have guessed? Do I need to evade? Do I need to enter bow mode so I have an evade? No, but he's rolling so high because it's Worst Trials. Evade is useless. I think I want to not enter bow mode. Let me go faster than him and attack into his evade so I can still crit. Death to Verg, it's because I'm Lust Fatal. Okay, this should let me crit and then I should be able to clash next turn. Yeah, the combination of Worst Trials and Lust Fatal. Like, this guy is buffed more by base and final power trials than anyone else because the thing that makes him so weak is that he normally has literally 3 base power, maybe 4 on a strong move. Well, I'm giving him plus 14, so he's doing about 6 times as much damage as normal. Or, well, it's even more than that, because he's not, like, powered down by Blue Star Shard into the zeros. He's probably doing maybe, like, literally hundreds of times more damage than normal, because he usually rolls 0 and does 1. That's why you don't take base or final power trials. Unless you're me.
저 개체는 오래 버티지 못했군요. 관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
I don't think we're going to be fighting Lei Hang on floor 15 with this one. I don't know what we will do on floor 15 though.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고. 빗소리 속에 묻히도록. 이번엔 태어나자.
We should just
그간의
win here.
전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
이번엔 빼야죠.
적합한 조치였습니다.
자세에 틀림은 없군. 이번엔
We got one more floor to see if a hidden boss shows up.
온
Impenetrable path? Hey, I can remove the burn.
물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
And like the kill them before they kill me strategy
이
can work there decently.
그럼 오늘 림
Okay,
펑버
base power,
회심님이
final power. Not
소박을
making things any
곁들인
easier
용수염
for
가지고
us.
결정하지.
We haven't done path in a while? That's like not even true. I swear I did it like 4 runs ago. And considering how many potential packs there are, that's not that long ago. You know what? Let's make the most of our debuff cleanse. We haven't done efflorescing greenery in a while, right? Okay, but no. Someone wants Lei Hang. I mean, he is here. We could do it. I can get rid of my burn and tremor with debuff cleanse. Does it remove prey? I imagine it wouldn't remove prey. That would be really bad if it did. Because I want prey. You don't think we've ever done that for? I know I've done it earlier. Maybe not as a floor 15. We can go efflorescing greenery. You vote for path. Your vote is null and void. I want to see... Okay, no hidden boss. We'll be fighting you in a minute here. I don't need to fight you now. No, we actually didn't get Matthias today. No hidden boss at all. Any last enhancements I can do? 3 more defense level down. And slightly more damage. Alright. I think that's about all we're getting here. I could pick up a last second Gossipium if I wanted. Actually, let's grab Fiery down just because. Oh, Phantom Fan? Never mind, I'll take that. Do I have the Burn and Rupture Rocks for... Yes, for Command Meltdown, and I have the Tremor. Okay, I think we're about as prepared as we can be. Is Resolution not good for this run? We've had Resolution this entire time. I started with it. I chose / starter gifts. Alright. This guy, I am fatal to this guy. I should change that.
원래 말이야. 뒤질 만한 상황이면 뒤져버려야지. 할수 없이야. 혹시 모르게
You beat 941 with the base IDs. That is genuinely impressive.
너무 높았던 게 아닐까요?
It's between that and Lei Hang for the hardest fight for base IDs. Okay, I've rolled 3 speed 3 times in a row. My range is 3 to 10.
난이도가 너무 높았던 게 아닐까요? 조금 내리는
Oh yeah, congrats on the base IDs clear.
여러분이 이때까지 겪었던 일은 전부
It's
보고서
not
전까지
easy.
난이도를 컨텐츠도 다 읽었죠.
도대체
쉬었다가 다시
어떤
해보게.
사람들인지 다들 궁금했어요. 요즘 같은 시대에 여러분처럼
이미 정해진
이론보다
이야기를
행동을
따라
앞세운 실험 정신을 가진 사람들은 몇 없거든요.
That gave me 18 by 3 bleed, just trying to attack his evade. We might be gambling today. I might need to remove my bleed stack like every turn to not just completely die. Unclashable. I feel like clashing is a mistake. Right? Do I offset this evade? I don't want to use the bow, but I think I have to. How many divas do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yikes. We removed the bleed anyway, let's go. 20% chance. I don't think it will matter though because we're just on no health still. Like we're just going to burn through revives here. I think we might have made things a bit too problematic for ourselves.
차함은 금방 걸로 가겠어.
90 by 24 bleed. Yeah.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
And that killed me. We were out of revives. Okay.
무엇 하나 똑바로 이루지 못했다.
The bow comes to the rescue? I don't think so.
죽이지도 못했고.
왜?
소중했던
싹
무언가를
필요
기다리고
없다는데
있음이나
뭐.
어땠어.
It's like not letting me move the screen down. It's so weird. It's like we're way up and I have to drag like way down to actually move down. I don't know what's causing that. So we're definitely going to need to like Ira or something. Let's just try guarding. Let's see how this goes. But I think we're in an impossible situation here. Or at least so unlikely it won't happen. Because of bleed.
설마 알고 맞게 하진 않았을 테니.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록. 무타법을 이제야 좀 이해했군.
Like we're just burning through all our revives and dying here to the bleed stack. So like I'll have to use Ira. Will Shi Faust actually be the first loss? I think it's looking kind of likely. It's because of worst trials.
내 손으로 죽이지도 못했고.
Mostly.
무언가를 지켜내지도 못했어.
Like, okay. Is there anything I could try here? This can't clash, I assume. It's close. If I had Tango Marinade, this could clash. If he got Tails. But we did not get that gift on this run. I can outroll his evade, technically. Okay, let's try that, I guess.
고작 이런 아득하게 끊어졌다고 생각. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 아니.
Shi Faust is going to be my first ever MD solo loss added to the slander file. It's looking possible. Let's reset for okay. Well, I have to hit heads as well. We can use Moro. I forgot about Moro. I'll try that. Yeah, we haven't lost yet. We have our Durances.
요새 일 말곤 할 게
Let's
없어서
see.
그런가.
Does Moro let Meltdown clash? It should. Yeah. Neutral. Let's clash the one that gives more bleed count.
내가
Still
그냥
need
한숨만
the,
똑바로
like,
들었어도 실패는
You
안
know, still need the
했을걸?
heads roll, tails roll luck, but we can reset for that.
내 말 안 들을
이
거면 왜
기회에
이런 걸 시키던데?
평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠.
연구원들은 해결사처럼 그런 걸 시켜봤자
Oh, I'm slow. I didn't realize that's... Okay, he heads rolled anyways.
테스트 난도가 너무 높았던 게 아닐까요? 조금 내리는 편이. 아니,
왜?
방금
쌍시경
상황으로 얻은
시켜준다는데
데이터가 있을
뭐
테니
안 볼
굳이
필요
난도를 내릴
없잖아.
필요는 없겠지.
Let's clash his first move.
빗소리 속에 묻히도록.
Cassifium loves rolling heads right now.
테스트 난도가 너무 높았던
The stream crash was a warning. They tried to stop me.
아니, 전투 테스트가 방금 상황으로 얻은 데이터가 있을 테니 굳이 난도를 내릴 필요는 없겠지. 전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한다고 다시 해보게. 자네들의 관심을
Can you stop rolling heads? This guy actually has like Sinclair's shin right now. Cassifium is mostly a bleed issue. Do we have any count management? It's supposed to be the ego gift we based this run around, Mirror in the Water, or whatever it's called. It cleanses a debuff when you crit once per turn. The issue is that we get a lot of different debuffs. So it's pretty RNG.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
Do we avoid Ember's proc with this? We do. Okay, that's a really good sign. We still have Embers up. And we only have 14 by 10 bleed. That's like a manageable amount if I can clash this turn. Okay, the Moro might be the save here. Like 14 by 10, that is enough to kill me, but if I get healing off, we might live. I think we also cleansed it. We got lucky. The evade was not that lucky though. We have bleed again now. Just can I live this turn? That's the question. This is 415. No more chance for Valentina. Unfortunately, we only have 9 by 8 bleed. That's again so manageable. Moro to the rescue.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
Moro plus we got that first bleed cleanse off on turn 2. Think we'll be able to win. Because we got past the hard part. He dies next turn. Oh, this is activating our embers though, okay.
치사하게 자기 혼자 사기 버프 둘둘 감고.
Let's go ahead and
없다고?
that's the unclashable skill. I will not charge an arrow. Can I clash you turn 1? I can try. Can go neutral to struggling on all of these. Alright. Hopefully the rupture count doesn't get me killed. I should have enough health that, or enough damage that killing the vine isn't an issue, although that can be a problem in other runs. 30 rolling unbreakable coin. Okay, he just gets 4 heads in a row, sure. Ow. Yeah, that one was very much struggling. Please don't break both revives. Did he? Did he break both my revives there? Okay, only 1 coin, this shouldn't kill me. Oh, he actually won. Okay. And now he'll be debuffed, so we should be able to win clashes consistently. I'm not sure if I have another revive or not. I'm going to play like I don't. Yeah, I have 9 attack power up. That's gotta be investigator badge activated. So we have no more safety net. We have Ira, but I have to, you know, predict my death to use that one.
거기서는 왼쪽으로 가서. 그렇지, 좀 치는데.
신입 연구원들도 저분들처럼만 해주시면 좋을 텐데.
불가능한 꿈이죠.
This is like the fastest you'll ever kill this guy on 415, but that's what happens when you're using a 4-coin skill and took no HP trials.
기존 매뉴얼과는 조금 다른 방식이지만 나쁘지 않은데.
I have to win both of these clashes. Can full resonance get me up to favored? I'm favored on the last one, neutral on these. Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm going to Ira here for the coin power. Because if I get through this turn, I win, like, for sure. So in a world's first, I am using Ira in a MDE solo for the power. So that I can clash with, like, 1 Tails roll if they get 1 Tails roll. As Ego's looking, I don't want to lower my sanity for the second clash is the thing. We're going with this. Wow, Faust. Okay. I mean, Ira saved me there. I would have had 3 lower clash power on that second clash and I would have lost again. The sinking will help. Dongbaek's sanity is fake. She's always 50-50. phase change does not force into the turn. She's just a HP gate. Her other skills would still go through. Or else we definitely could have. I mean, we were way over the mandatory damage. Doesn't she stagger once she panics? That's not the same turn, though. Now we can just one-side kill her, I think. I'm fairly sure the fight will immediately end when we kill her. And I'm fairly sure we can. Also a chance to cleanse the flower debuff if I lost. Yeah, if I lost the first clash but then managed to win the second clash, there would have been a chance. Okay. Final draw of the bow to end the run. There we go. Saved by Durantes on floor 15, but that was worst possible trials Shi Faust. Very little damage taken because of the Shi gift. I wonder how much of that was just on floor 15. We now know with 100% certainty that Moon in the Water works for solos. So that's another trick to keep in mind in the solo textbook. How much Starlight? Plus 300? Yeah, I didn't do too many pack searches today, so that's a pretty profitable run. And yeah, worst trials. A lot of base and final power. Not too much coin power was offered to us today. We only got 3 of them. Next week, we're going to be doing something interesting. We're going to be soloing without any pack exclusive gifts. So that's a pretty consequential challenge. That means, you know, no Ashen Constellation Blessing, no Embers, no T-Corp badge. All of the best solo gifts are off limits. I mean, no Ampule as well. So we're going to be using a good ID for that, that's for sure. If you want to decide which good ID I use, you can join the Discord and vote. I'll have a poll out on Monday. And besides that, I will be streaming the end of Kanto 9 Up Taiwan tomorrow. So if you want to see how, you know, Roach Emperor and Rian go and the solo fight, show up tomorrow, we'll finish up that. Besides that, that's been the stream today. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you tomorrow or next week, hopefully. I hope you have a nice rest of your day.